What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Choked Out, where I'm your host, Chokefellow, your number one source for gaming, movies, tech, and lifestyle. Let's jump right in. But with that being said, guys, this episode is going to be jam-packed. We got a lot to cover today, so we're going to be shooting at you real quick. So stick with us? Stick with us. But if you already know, the game Skate has been out for a hot minute, and they've been coming out with not only a bunch of glitches, but just crazy, insane gaps. Like, this wasn't even Skate 3. But man, oh man, is Skate 4 all about massive, crazy gaps. No more type of clean lines and IRL tricks and stuff that like is realistic. No. We're just going to go ahead and send you flying through the air about 1,500,000 feet and see what happens. Check this out.
Oh, were you waiting for me?
No.
Wow.
Is that really blunt?
Now, if you were in the 90s, baby, you would not understand the struggle that we had to be able to play multiplayer. Now, Nintendo came clutch, like they always do. No matter what they do, they always find some really, like, entertaining, cool way to bring people together. So, for example, alright, guys, we're jumping right into gaming, and we have a lot to cover. First on the list, rumors of a Red Dead Redemption. Speaking of remasters, how awesome would it be if WatchDogs came out with the whole series being remastered? Super underrated game, and I think it deserves a remaster in my opinion. I don't know about you, but WatchDogs 1 and 2 were amazing. I mean, it was, I don't know how to explain it. It was just a good game. Very Grand Theft Auto, very Splinter Cell kind of combined. Like, honestly, I think that would be a good way of actually explaining it. If Grand Theft Auto and Splinter Cell came together, that's what Watch Dogs is. Now let's go ahead and talk about something real quick because it's so aggravating. Black Ops 7. I didn't really want to bring this on the list, but there's been so many memes and crazy videos out there of the campaign. I don't understand who in Call of Duty right now is in charge to accept and understand, like, hey, this is a good idea. Let's launch it. All I know is I feel like Black Ops or just Call of Duty in general has completely fell off the map. So with that being said, I think it's time for a Modern Warfare 2 remaster and just bringing the servers back up. I mean, let's be honest. Quick scoping, 360 no scopes. Mike Myers, bro. Don't Scream Together. I guess apparently there was a Don't Scream game and it was a single player. And now Don't Scream Together is multiplayer? I don't know. It looks pretty fun. It's a horror game. You're out in the woods, running away from something or someone, trying not to die. Jump scares, all that, you know? So apparently, PlayStation's coming out with a handheld. I mean, everyone's trying to make a handheld nowadays. But let's be honest. We know what we need. We don't need a console. Please, if you're going to make a handheld, make it a handheld. If you're going to make sneakers, don't give me boots. Does that make sense? If someone asks for a cup of water, they're not expecting you to come back with a pool, right? They didn't ask for all of that. They asked you for something small, compact, travelable. Now, don't get me wrong, the Nintendo Switch and AOG and, the Steam Deck and all that is travelable. But I have a pocket. I want to put it in my pocket. That's why it's called the Game Boy Pocket. Okay? Make a handheld. Hey, make handhelds great again. Hold on a second. Wait, MHGH. Mahuga. Come out with the Mahuga. We need a Mahuga. Hold on a second. What I'm trying to say, look, if you're coming out with a handheld, don't call it a handheld and the thing is like the size of a small mini like keyboard. I don't need a keyboard. I need a handheld. You know what I'm saying? By the way, PSP's clutch. In my opinion, the PSP will forever be the best handheld to ever be released.
Pow.
If you disagree, well, then you're wrong, I guess. I don't know. Maybe not. You're entitled to your own decisions. But the PSP is the greatest handheld to ever be released. In other news, movies and shows. Did anyone hear about the Zelda live action movie to potentially be releasing? I don't know if that's an AI image or it's a test run to see how people react. But what I do know, if that image is real, I'm all game for it. I am 100% down for a Zelda live action and a Zelda animated series. If Mario came out with a series with that type of animation, which I know they can't afford, but if they do, I'm game. Fallout Season 2. Look, I was a little skeptical about the show. When it first came out, I didn't go straight into watching it. It took me a while before I actually got into it. I think it was like a whole month of it being released, and I never actually watched it. Then eventually I watched it. Then I saw the first episode, and I'm like, oh my goodness, this is gruesome. But then again, I'm like, let me give it a try. I got past that first episode, and so Season 2 coming out. That's exciting. I'm excited for that. I honestly think they did really well with the show. It was a good balance of Hollywood and like the gamer's perspective. So good job. Can we talk about a Assassin's Creed live action show? Bro. If they can drop One Piece, I'm pretty sure they can do Assassin's Creed 2. Now, yes, there has been live action movies before, but it wasn't there. And look, like I said on the last episode, Gears of War needs to come out with a series. A movie would be awesome to see how people react to it. But the problem with that is they're going to hire a cast that has a massive fan base, and it's going to be too expensive. But if they do a series and pick all the right people that we don't really know about, then it could be affordable. Will they do it? Probably not, but it's worth it. Spider-Man, brand new day. I know a lot of people are really excited about a new Spider-Man movie, and am I a big fan of Spider-Man? Not really. I like watching Avengers. Anything Avengers is pretty awesome, and I think Doomsday is coming out soon, so that's pretty exciting. Spider-Man, a brand new day. I know a lot of people are really excited about that. Avatar, Fire, and Ash. Okay, if you watched Avatar, you already know. Avatar is awesome. Part 1, absolutely amazing. I remember in middle school, me and my friends were like trying to be Navis and all that. And we were like trying to figure out our elements and be one with the water. It was a weird time. One thing that I do know is Avatar, it just hits your nerve just right to make you feel like you're in the movie. I don't know what that was. In other news, did anyone hear about GameStop's trade-in anything day? I guess apparently they're having a day where people can just come in and literally trade in anything for store credit. People are going to be coming in with their cats and like their grandmas to trade in. Like they're going to be doing the weirdest stuff. I'm telling you right now, mark my words. If this is a real thing, they're going to do it. An old 1994 Toyota Camry. They're going to pull up in the hoopty. Now look, I know I talked about this before, Cyberdecks, but check this video out. I'm telling you right now, if you're a nerd and you know how to build this type of stuff, hit me up ASAP because I really want one. This is so cool. Now in tech news, I recently was on Unbox Theory and I saw one of his reviews on a projector. Now this projector is like almost $3,000, but it is really nice. Now, in my opinion, would I spend that type of money? No. And I'll just go to Walmart and buy their 95 inches for like $500 a piece. And I'll spend $2,000 on 4 of them and get them all connected. I think that comes out to 190 inches from end to end. One thing that I'm really excited to talk about is the Analogue 3D. There's 2 consoles in this world that I absolutely love and I still see as the most clutch consoles in this world. Xbox 360 first and an extremely close second. When I mean extremely close, if I had to put it in comparison, if this is Xbox 360 and this is the Nintendo 64, I would not do this and have the 360 in front. I would have the 360 like, you know that scene from Cars where Lightning McQueen like sticks his tongue out and he like just barely makes it? The 360 is Lightning McQueen and the Nintendo 64 are the 2 other racers.
Stop it. Get some help.
And granted, it is the same cost of a Fantastic Series Watermelon if I'm not mistaken. About $250. But for a wireless controller, 4K quality, and a new modern retro console, definitely worth it. Are you receiving the same experience like you would in the past? No. Is the quality the same? No. Is the investment there? No, definitely not. But to be able to play those games on a new modern console, emulator, what? You get the point, all right? But look, the concept, the idea, and the fact that they're actually releasing it is really cool, But there are so many other ways of doing this so much cheaper. You can mod a Nintendo 64. That's all I'm saying. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed this episode of Choked Out. Make sure to subscribe, like, and share, and comment below. And remember, we release a new episode every Friday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. With that being said, I'll see you next time. Before you go, throw me a Reese's. And you got to hit it like right here. Put your softball skills to the test. Let's see if she got it. Switch the baby then. And she's holding the baby. Throw it like for real. Oh, I forgot. Softball's underhand. Oh! You want to try too?